good. One thing that just keeps nagging at my brain is just how intelligent these two are. Hey friends, and welcome to the channel. If you don't know me, my name is Nick. I'm a voice teacher, content creator, and professional singer, and I like to analyze and break down some of the internet's greatest pieces of music and the internet's greatest performances, one of which we're looking at today. This video is coming from your suggestions on my musical theater children making me feel untalented video, and if you haven't seen that, I'll put it in the description. This is Gaten Matarazzo and Joshua Colley singing All for the Best from Godspell. And make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Nick Higgs the Singer.
When you feel sad or under a curse, your life is bad, your prospects are worse, your wife is sighing, crying, and your olive tree is dying. Temples of prey, teeth are decaying, predators weigh at your purse. Your mood and your robe are both the deep blue. You bet that Job had nothing on you, so don't forget that.
Wow, okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. I don't know how old Joshua is in this video. I'm guessing like the 10, 11, 12 range. I don't know, maybe let me know in the comments. But the vocal control at this young age, so this is a pre-puberty voice, right? The voice hasn't quite changed yet. And the temptation for a lot of young singers of that age is to always be in the falsetto range or the boy soprano range. And to be able to sing those high notes healthily, clearly, and with really good tone at that age is quite impressive. We say this all the time on this channel, talented individual, but good training as well. And there are a few key signs that I listen for when I'm listening to a singer that I haven't heard a lot of. I haven't really heard much about Joshua Colley. I know he's all over the internet, but you know, I just haven't picked up on it, I guess. But the text is clear.
And your olive tree is dying.
And if you can sing and people understand you, people are going to like you because they'll be able to enjoy your performance at a deeper level because they get the text. They understand the lyrics.
I understand nothing.
And Joshua is really, really killing it in that department.
When you feel sad.
Even there, it's a subtle detail, but when you feel sad, there's an S on sad, and so many singers don't sing the S or the D, so it's this muffled mess. So if you're enjoying this performance, part of the reason is his lyric diction. Really good.
Or under a curse.
Ooh, curse. So he needed some abdominal engagement there, whether he was thinking about that or not. I'm gonna guess he probably was, a little bit. Somebody probably told him that. Curse. What does that do? It gives us that inter-abdominal pressure or intra-abdominal pressure. I can't remember what the term is exactly, but giving us that engagement in the abs to be able to sing that with a supported sound. It's also a very large interval, and he sang both notes really well.
You feel sad or under a curse.
Nice.
Your life is bad. Your prospects are worse. Your wife is sighing, crying, and your olive tree is dying.
I love that. So he's really digging into that first note, sighing, crying, and he's able to get some tone at the top, even though he wants it really, really soft. He's able to get that tone at the top because he's leaning into that first pitch so much. And my choir director, and now me, because I've adopted this term, he would say plie on that first note. Sighing, crying. And a plie in ballet is when you go down and then up. Down. So the weight is on that first note, it's sighing, crying, right? So we get the emphasis of the word as well. So all these little details that we notice, we put together into a great performance that has millions and millions of views. And I hope you notice that these are all things you can do as well. Just keep that in mind.
Your prospects are
So here's the plie.
Your wife is sighing, crying, and your olive tree is dying. Temples are gray, teeth are decaying, predators weigh at your purse.
Nice.
Your
Purse. That's another one of those bursting consonants. Sorry if the mic freaked out over that. But we get a strong consonant P.
scared, Potter.
What does it do? It increases the support here, and then he can sing beautifully. So these are extremely talented kids. They're professional level kids, even though they're not kids anymore. So I'm going to comment and critique and analyze as if they were professionals, because that's what they are. If there's one key takeaway that I've had in the last year since working with kids in a musical context, is kids are smart. And they pick up on things, and you can be honest with them, and you can tell them something that you might think in the back of your mind is, oh, that's a little too advanced or a little too complicated. It's probably not. They'll be able to do it. And I think that these two performers here are incredibly talented, incredibly gifted, and that they can handle a high level of analysis and critique from their teachers. But even kids who are just starting on their musical journey, or maybe they've just started taking lessons, or it's their first musical or something like that, trust them, because they're more intelligent than you think. And as long as you're prioritizing vocal health and making sure that they're doing everything in the correct way, they can handle a lot.
Your olive tree is dying. Temples are gray, teeth are decaying, predators weigh at your purse. Your mood and your robe.
Like, he's so good that he even has some vibrato in there. And normally if I listen to a young performer with vibrato, I'm like, oh, okay, what's going on? Are they doing something weird with their jaw? Do you see the tension in their head as they try to make that vibrato happen? But this is natural, and it's clean, and it's a perfect balance of technique.
Are both the deep blue?
Yeah.
You mess at Joe.
Wow.
Had nothing on you. So don't forget that when you get to heaven, you'll be blessed. Yes, it's all for the best.
You know, you can see the intelligence of Joshua Colley coming through the screen. You can just tell that this kid, this man now, I guess, he's probably like 20 or something, is incredibly intelligent. And I don't know him. I haven't really heard him outside of this video so far, but you can just tell. Can you? And sorry I keep interrupting. At the end of this video, I recommend you go and watch the full version of this so you can get a full scope of the performance. But he's doing a lot of things I would tell my students to do, one of which is open up your vowels vertically, not horizontally, east-west. So, blessed. You went like that. Let's look. If you go blessed, everything in here is going to tighten up. So you go blessed. Closer to an ah vowel so that you have the space to make the sound. Simple as that.
Yes, it's all for the best.
Best.
Some men are born to live at ease, don't want to leave, future gonna be sour and honey. Never growing old, never feeling cold, pulling close like gold from thin air. The best in every town, but shitting down, best of every mountains and money. They can't take it with them, but what do they care? They live just sit down on the beat, cooking on the tea, houses on the street where it's sunny. Summers in the sea, whistles on the sea, all of us will we get the rest. But who is the land for? The sun and the sand for? You guessed, it's all for the best.
He's so young in this video, but he's so talented. And isn't it interesting to hear both voices side by side? Because Joshua's is very clean, very clear, whereas Gaten has that more raspy, maybe raspy is the wrong word, but it's a less clear voice, but not in a bad way. And at certain points of his solo, you could hear that kind of distortion or that grinding of the voice coming through. And I don't say grinding in a unhealthy way. I think he's singing beautifully and the technique is good. And he's singing well now. I think he just finished a run of Sweeney Todd, right? So he's still a top tier musician and vocalist.
In time, nothing's gonna harm you.
I'll show you what the score looks like for Gaten's part. Da-da-dee-da-dum, da-da-dee-da-dum, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-da-dum. Never growing old, never feeling cold, pulling pots of gold from thin air, right? It's more of a patter section, whereas Joshua's was nice and legato and kind of smooth and slow, and this is upbeat and fast. Joshua was Jesus, because this is Godspell, and then Gaten is Judas.
All for the best.
Some men are born to live and eat. Don't know what disease future gonna be. Are in honey. Never growing old, never feeling cold. Pulling clothes like gold from thin air. The best in every town, but shaking down. Best of the mountains and money. They can't take it with them, but what do they care? They get to sit there on the beat, cooking on the tea. Houses on the street where it's sunny. Summers in the sea, all of us when we get the rest. But who is the land for? The sun is set for. You guess it's all for the best.
Good, very good. So a lot of text, and he's really focused on getting all the lyrics out and spitting out his words and all those things. But what he's also doing, same as Joshua did, is opening those vowels vertically. Mani, hani. It sounds like the word, but I know for a fact he has to open it up or it's just gonna get too tight. I've said this in many videos, but we call this vowel modification, where we just modify a vowel to make it easier to sing.
Something feels sad. You're under a curse. Your life is bad. Get off your life is sighing, trying, and you're all already dying. Tell them with them. What do they care? Say it's your road. Heart of you. You got that joke. Can't help it on you. Red or bad. You let to the heaven you get.
You guess it's all for the.
You must never be distressed.
Yes, it's all for the. Someone's got to be oppressed. Yes, it's all for the.
Whoa, I'm pausing there because I'm sure the applause is just thunderous. These kids are talented. No wonder they're doing so well. I actually know nothing about Joshua Colley, and I'm not ashamed to admit it because I try to make these reactions as genuine as possible. I saw Joshua Colley's name show up in my comment section, so I was like, all right, let's check it out. So I know Gaten's voice. He did that epic solo in Stranger Things.
Look at what you see.
One of my favorite moments of the entire series. He's doing great things on Broadway with Sweeney Todd, which I believe is now over. But what's Joshua Colley doing? Maybe you can leave some comments and just fill me in, or suggest videos that I could listen to of his voice now, or a little more modern, up-to-date rendition of something he's done. I've gone back because I want to listen to this actual duet part. It was solo, and then a duet. And I've now realized how well their voices mesh together. We've got that sort of steely, ringy quality of Joshua. We've got that more rounded, not raspy, but you know what I mean, kind of voice with Gaten, and they just mesh together really well. It almost seems as if Gaten's voice was further along in changing than Joshua's was. Joshua's voice had more of a treble quality to it, whereas Gaten's was a little bit fuller on the bottom end. And that's very possible too, because everyone's voices change at different times. My voice changed when I was 12, and then some people, they were into high school by the time their voice actually changed. And for those of you who are singers before your voice changed and kept singing through that change, you'll know how your voice was different from day to day. A lot of voice cracks, let me tell you.
Something feels sad. You're under a curse. Your life is bad. Get off your life is sighing, trying, and you're all already dying. Tell them with them. What do they care? Say it's your road. Heart of you. You got that joke. Can't help it on you.
very, very good. One thing that just keeps nagging at my brain is just how intelligent these two are and how confident and just professional they are. And I think that's what sets them apart from the rest. And, you know, I had the absolute pleasure of music directing Matilda last summer. And the person who played Matilda was incredibly intelligent. You know, it helped because Matilda is very smart herself. If you don't know the musical, Matilda is a genius. And the person who was playing Matilda was so smart and so professional. Like, you could just put her in a professional production just like that. And other young performers that I've seen in auditions that have done really well, or even videos that I've reacted to in the past, Emma Cock comes to mind, and I'll put that video in the description as well. But there's just an intelligence about them. They're obviously talented, that goes without saying. They have good training, but also they can just portray these characters and sing this music with the utmost confidence and professionalism, and yeah, it's just amazing to see. So your job is to comment, because you're all such amazing commenters and you're great at giving me suggestions, is Joshua Colley, Gaten Matarazzo, is there any other content that they've put out, any other videos online that I can watch and react to? I'd love to see more updated versions of their singing, just to see where their voice is now in 2024 and beyond. And yeah, it would be so cool if they did a reunion duet of this. That would be absolutely stellar. Don't know if that exists, but regardless, comment down below what you think I should react to next. And the headphones are off, so that means this is the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much to these two amazing performers who are just so good, and they were only 12 years old or something like that. So it's just incredible what they were able to accomplish. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or to share your own thoughts on this performance, I'd love to see them down in the comment section below, as well as your suggestions for what I should react to next. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.
Something you said, under a